Okay, so let's go over today's trade recap, and I'll get into our on ES, and although yeah, I'll show you the executions, my thought process, and whatnot. So start from the daily time frame. Um, when we gap down and we have such a bullish reaction like this, you have to keep in mind Asia, my bad. What am I talking about? London session. Yeah, London session pretty much ended like here, right? So New York AM session is opening up here. It's very, very, very close to this high. I would like this is like even more obvious. You can see we range between these highs and lows in this high and this low actually. And what do? We take out this low. Now, since we expand away here, we get all these CSDs, right? Overall, you didn't even need to wait for this one, but just I'm seeing this, right? We're using this as support, right? So turning away from this low, and we're so close to this highs, there's like no doubt in my mind we'll hit this. Now what we get here is, and you freeze the price. I so that whatever. This is my bias for YM and LRTY actually. I'll go over that later. Not so obvious, but we can still be bullish. But yeah, I would just definitely just trade either NQ or ES. So we get this SMT, right? It's within the gap inside of a gap as well, so it's SMT fill as well, right? It's a very small gap, but it's definitely there. And I mean, yeah. So ideally, you trade this CSD as a positional entry. This 15-minute, this definitely or trade this gap, something like this, right? You can actually get to war. So what I end up doing is actually waited. I'm gonna definitely just trade the this CSD. So we get this SMT fill here. This. And so here I was this is pretty early. Usually I don't take trades before 9 a.m. Alright, so I wait for 9 a.m. to open. And then I take trades. Right. So here, I was actually willing to take this on eval, but I wanted to retest here to get a little bit better RR with my journal liquidity. But of course, I didn't need that necessarily. I just decided to do that because usually I don't do this type of stuff. So the next best thing is to wait for our fractal, right? So we have this gap. And what do we do here on all assets? We retrace inside of this gap. So there's no SMT fill. Okay. So this is where a little bit risky. Prior to the driver, I'll say that. Because most of the time you will get some asset manipulating this low. Overall, I was willing to take this risk because I knew the John liquidity was so good, right? Because like, if you remember, I took a break-even trade here, where this is a 5 minute CSD here, where I was aiming for the range high, and we left a free swing here. So now it's even more confidence for me to believe this range high is going to be hit, right? Because we hit the range low, so this is even higher probability. So what I ended up taking here is this 3-minute CSD, right? Fill the gap, V-shape CSD. And what I should have done is enter market. Unfortunately, since I did not have this setting enabled, which is project order for market orders, I was not able to see my exact risk. Like I knew, of course, I could get to R there. That's why I wanted to enter market. I could not get my exact what is it? Exact risk. I didn't know if it was gonna be the exact risk I wanted, so I ended up not taking that. And what I did is I just set my limit order here in this gap. Usually we get some sort of opposing run either way, even though we're expecting the driver to expand. Most of the time we get something like this, like we're not gonna leave this gap open. That's gonna be the quote unquote manipulation for the driver. Of course, it didn't manipulate any lows, but so yeah, I take this and I actually close it to R. Of course, I was because like I traded to our system. I was very, very confident this draw was gonna get hit. But again, I'm not gonna break my rules just because I'm expecting this, right? I'm not gonna do that. So this was very clean. As you can see, it does trade a little bit against me. And if I took this on NQ, I would have been stopped out. But I was very confident in this. And yep. So that's the trade. We'll actually have to show you executions, which are on MES. I'll go to 1 minute. because that happened very fast. Actually, it was within one 3 minute candle. So there's the long right there, and well, I actually took out this low. And yeah, we're closed very early. Of course, you can see expand past as well. Start consolidating here. And so yeah, ideally the better trade would have been this one. Disregarding, I mean, so it's within my rules though. I have to wait for 9 unless there's like a driver hit 8. That's how I'd like to do it, but like this sequence was actually like so good. This SMT fill here was actually so good, and every asset V-shaped like this. Like let me show you why I'm real quick. Which I can also talk about why I didn't want to trade YM for today, even though of course I did deliver. To expand it higher. So the same gap we're looking at is here. Yep, this one right here. Okay, there is. So I didn't trade YM. Same thing as NQ, not as good as a draw. Liquidity, this is way better because we have fader swings all the way until the range high. So yeah, that's why I took it on ES. I mean, honestly, it's pretty value if you take it on NQ as well, but you have to wait for the driver to open. All right, so a couple of reasons why I didn't trade YM and RTY. Let me go back here. I'll go remove these drawings. And let's go, we're here. Start from the daily. Let me remove this indicator actually, or disable it at least. So looking at daily, we actually, as you can see, this is a PSP. We expand lower. Let me get rid of this. On YM. So this is honestly, I didn't like this framework as much. I was still leaning bullish, but I much rather trade NQES to the that daily drawn liquidity, which we reached, was just a consolidation high. And here on YM would be this easy equalize, but look at the range of for today. There's like no way I'm trading YM. Okay, you can expect probably this, but it's like yeah. Also, you see these are fairly close, a little bit closer. I don't like that. Like, because when I in the AM session, price was like around here, so it's like between these, and it just again, it's kind of like consolidation, right? We don't take out the low, we don't take out the high, so this is just a very deep retracement that I don't like to see. I was still leaning bullish, but again, I already trade NQES. And also, the reason I didn't trade YM or actually didn't want to trade it is because of RTY. So RTY was like, it's like heavily bearish here. You can see this close. We clearly displaced through this gap, and we have a weekly C2 PSP. No, it's not PSP, my bad. I thought it was my bad. That we just a weekly C2. So I'm expecting this daily weekly for rally gap and this daily low to be hit. All right. That's why I didn't want to trade today, but of course, like this was rejecting it, so it's trading all the way up here. The range does not support expansion lower, so yeah, that's why I did not trade RTY. I literally didn't even look at this. Yeah, you can see just this was enough V-shape to where you might want to trade it. I want to trade this, and you actually some bunch of trades took this trade. I think there's just some strength which on YM to where you could take in this trade, but again, I'd much rather just actually trade the stronger asset. There's like no way we reach this for today. It's a very nice framework for tomorrow, at least. Alright, we have gaps here. You trade away. Both NQ, ES, same thing. You have 4-hour gaps here to trade away for tomorrow to potentially go to 4 all-time highs. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. There's also like an EVA trade I took. It was an RTY. Yeah, but it's just because let me show you guys real quick. It's just because this B shape was like so good. This was so good. It was so fast, and I knew YM was gonna trade towards this high, which I actually ended up leaving there for a bit. So at this moment in time, let's go back here actually. Oh well, it's not gonna show on YM. Okay. So what's this candle right here? You can see YM is traded very close and it's retracing. And so what do we see on RTY? V shape. And like the fact that we get this CSD, no, it's a 1 minute or whatever, because it's an eval. Usually you don't trade the 1 minute. I think this trade actually get like sin fill on this as well. Because I was trying, and yeah, I take it for like 2.5 hours, something like that, or 3 hour. Yeah, I mean, I actually almost passed an email, and then I took a random bullshit trade that caused me to lose a little bit, like couple $100. So whatever, I'm still like $300 off to pass that eval. So whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you even the execution. This trade was like just like a little bit discretionary. That's not the best framework. But yeah, that's it. Extremely clean. Hopefully we can get this type of PA moving forward here. And I mean, yep, that's gonna be it for this video. See you guys tomorrow.